Hi everyone, hope you are doing all great. So in today's video I'll be doing my makeup using makeup products from my high-end beauty haul which I recently posted. So this is kind of going to be like a first impression review of the products which I bought. So my face is already primed, and firstly I'm going to be using Hourglass Stick Foundation. Online it said it is for first skin tones, but I may have got it wrong because that looks really warm. But anyway, let me just apply it. So as I said, I've already primed my face with Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Oh my god, such a mouthful. Yeah, it's alright, it's nothing amazing, but I've run out of my Marc Jacobs primer, and I'm just waiting till a new collection drops. That coconut collection drops, so I can order everything all at once because I have to order it from Harrods, and the shipping is gonna be extortion. I know that. See what's the damage with the shade? Oh, it's gonna be so warm. It looks light on the camera, and actually it is. Applies very, feels like it's nice and smooth, but we shall see how it blends. Like, I'm just gonna do my cheeks first, and I'm gonna be using Real Techniques sponge. Now let's see how this blends. Tell you what, it definitely doesn't blend as easily as HD foundation from Makeup Forever. Why is it so hard to blend? No, this is just really hard to blend. It might be because of the primer, actually. I'm thinking maybe it's the primer. Oh lord, look, it's terrible. Look at that. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this and I'm going to apply different primer and see whether that makes any difference, because this just looks terrible. Okay, take number 2. This time I've used the Superstay Maybelline primer, and see how it works on that primer, because the first thing was just, I don't know, let's see. Oh, it applies smoother, which is a good sign, I guess. We'll just do that much and we shall see how it. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, this primer, there's the reason why I haven't used it in such a long time. Right, keep applying. Now, is there any smell to this? There's no smell, which is good for anyone with sensitive skin. So those 3 like swabs gave me light coverage, I would say. I've got a lot of redness still peeking through, like and the tiny spots I've got. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of it then. Application, it looks much more flawless on the thing. I think the colour is not too bad. It actually cancels out my redness quite well. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to apply some more to see how buildable it is. I can't see any, it looks okay. I'm not very impressed so far with it. It doesn't have it's got more matte to satin finish than any glowy finish, and feels a bit, I don't know, it just feels okay for now. I don't think I'm amazed. Let's see how it builds. It's more buildable. Oh yeah, it actually builds quite nicely. Yeah, definitely getting nicer coverage now. Yeah, now I've got nice and full coverage, definitely. I must say it's definitely got full coverage now I've built it. It builds up quite nicely, actually. Make sure you use the right primer for it. No, it looks really nice. It looks really really nice. The shade, yes, the shade is a bit too warm, but maybe one shade too warm for me. Yeah, because this is quite pale, but it cancels out my redness perfectly, so I just needed to go, the undertone is good, it's just I needed to go a shade darker, lighter, God, no darker. Yes, so it's definitely going to be good for me for summer months, or when I put a bit more fake tan to make myself look a bit more alive, because as you can see, I'm a ghost, literally, I'm a ghost. But there we go. So yeah, so far, actually, I'm very impressed. I've had that initial failure head. So what, I don't have really any new concealers or powders, so I'm just going to see you in a second as soon as I've done the rest of my base. Now I'm gonna do my eyes, and I'm gonna use the Zoeva Matte Spectrum palette, and I think this is the guy I'm the most excited about. How gorgeous it is. It's one of these palettes, I mean, I don't really own. Warm colors, yes, I do own some of the warm colors like that already, but this row here is really gorgeous, and a whole palette like that, because I don't really have any blues or greens in my collection at all, but the whole together, the palette just, oh, it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. I mean, it costs 28 quid, which I think is really good for a palette. Nowadays, any palettes, like, let's say, Urban Decay palettes are like in the nearly 40 quid now. Same with Too Faced palettes. And the Zoeva's eyeshadows quality is pretty good. So, well, from the previous palettes I've had. So I am very looking forward to try this. Now, well, I don't know what to do with it. The only thing I want to say, I am not a makeup artist, so please don't judge me there. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do whatever and see what we're gonna come up with. Right, so this is kind of what I tried to do on one eye. It's halo makeup with a bluish green waterline. So I'm just gonna show you how I did it, but as I said, I am not a makeup artist, so please don't judge me. I still haven't finished it because I want to use this in a minute as soon as I'm done with showing you how I've done what I've done. So firstly, what I've used is this shade and this shade kind of together in my crease, and I've used the Morphe M511 brush. Firstly, I'm gonna just go in that shade on here. Now, so these eyeshadows, they are very nicely pigmented. They have really, and it blends really lovely as well. They have a tiny bit of kick of powder when you put your brush in it, but it's not something crazy. But now I'm just gonna go with that light peachy pinky shade here, also using the same brush, and also doing same place, crease as well. I think I'm just going to take a clean brush just to kind of blend it all out. So I'm going to be using MAC 224 brush just to nicely blend it all out. So now I'm going to go with, now I'm going to go and use a 228 as a Zoeva crease brush, and I'm going to slightly, and I'm going to use this shade over here. Actually, they've got numbers. It's MT060. Anyway, this shade over here in second row, and I'm gonna lightly put it in my crease, like very lightly, just to make it a bit warmer. But as I said, very light. Go over, and I want really light hand as well. Use this shade over here with Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease brush, and I'm going to, similar to what I've done just now, a very tiny dab into the shade, and I'm just gonna use a very light hand, and I'm gonna start placing the shade in my outer inner corner to kind of do that halo shade. Just literally dab, 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 and blend. The 230 Luxe pencil brush, which looks like this. So it's a bit a tiny, smaller version to the one I've just done, as you can see. I love the Zoeva brushes. I mean, Zoeva is such a nice brand. I need to get some more stuff from them. I know I've got all of the palettes from them, like the eyeshadow palettes, and the brushes. I think the brushes are absolutely amazing. Anyway, let me just go in my inner corner. Same principle, just up there. And what I'm going to do now, with no more product on that bigger Zoeva pencil brush, I'm just literally going to put this shade, same shade I use in the inner corners, in my crease. Like, just, I'm gonna look down because I've got a bit of a hooded eye. If you can see, my lid is kind of disappears. I'm just gonna go a bit above my crease. So I'm just gonna look down, and when like my eyeball curves, that's where, I don't know, that's the best how I can describe it. Just to connect the two shades, the two dots in the corners. This tiny 238 Zoeva Precise shader brush. This is like a tiny shader brush, and I'm gonna use this beautiful olive shade in the corner here. This one, oh, hang on a minute. This one here, and I'm gonna place this shade in my what is it called? In my waterline, and literally just underneath the waterline as well. I'm gonna do, this is a product everyone talks about. I know you've probably seen in so many videos now, but I'm so excited to use it. It is Stila like the glitter eyeshadow in Kitten Calm. I'm not sure whether that's gonna go with this look, but as I said, I don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm just gonna do whatever. Just apply it anyway in my thing. Oh no, it actually looks really well with those warm shades. Oh, I've got hair stuck. I'm just gonna finish off my eyes. I'm just gonna use the XO Beauty flashes in Soulmate, called Soulmate. So I'll be back in a sec. Thing I want to use is this the Tarte's Pro Glow palette. I know I've already mentioned a few things about the palette in my beauty haul, in my haul video, because I've already used it. The only shade I haven't used from it is this cream shade. It looks a bit dark, kind of a bit intimidating on the camera. Oh my god, that looks really dark. Right, okay, I'm just literally gonna use the tiniest amount there. See how it blends. But look, nice stripe, mate. Well done. Let's try to blend it out. It's taken off a bit of my foundation while trying to blend it. Maybe it's the brush, but no, I think it's just the product. Yeah, it's not amazing. I'm not gonna really be using the cream one. Well, the powder ones are definitely really nice. I've also bought the peach, Sweet Peach Glow shade, but I think I'm gonna use, I don't know what to use. Should I use the blush or should you just leave it? It's gonna be a lot of peach if I use the blush. I don't want to end up looking like a clown though, as well. I'm gonna use actually the bronze bit of it, like a tiny bit of it. See whether it works with. I tried to use the Sigma Duo Fiber Powder Blush F50 and see how it works. Just dab it in. Bronze. Let's see. Ooh, that looks pretty. Definitely like it. Look at that. It looks really nice. It's not too intense. It blended really nicely as well. Yeah, I'm liking that. I might as well just go ahead and use the highlighter so you can see how it looks. I keep dropping my brushes constantly. So it's got this nice and peachy. It's like a peachy pink. Now it's time for lips. I've bought this Huda Beauty mini liquid matte lipsticks, and because there's quite a lot going on in my eyes, I'm gonna go with the lightest shade, which is, in my opinion, Venus. Look at how tiny they are. They're so cute. They feel really nice. Oh, I know what it smells and tastes. It smells like a vanilla cheesecake. They're nice. They're nice. They're not. They definitely are very comfortable on the lips. They don't dry your lips out at all. They're a bit. I feel a bit like they need to keep drying, but it's one of those formulas that I don't think it's going to dry. And let me see if there's any. There's a bit of transfer, tiny bit of transfer, but the formula is quite comfortable, and I think even there's a bit of transfer, they will still stay quite long on your lips. So yeah, that completes this video. I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't bore you to death, fingers crossed. And yeah, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Take care.